Okay, welcome to the GPLama YouTube channel and welcome to Eurobike 2024, the world's biggest trade show that happens every year here in Germany. 1,800 exhibitors are right through the doors just here. Way too many to visit all in one day. Too many to visit 2 days and 3 days and 4 days. So look, what I'm going to do today is focus on the indoor cycling tech. What's new in the world of smart trainers, smart frames, maybe smart bikes. We'll see if we can spot any of those. Now this morning already we've seen new trainers announced by both Elite and JetBlack. There's a few other smaller players too worth checking out. All right, doors are open. Let's go and have a look what's new. Okay, let's first look at the Elite Justo 2, Elite's new flagship direct drive trainer. This is just an announcement today. Availability will be August in Europe, September for the rest of the world. And the three key updates with this are built-in Wi-Fi using DirectConnect, a supplied 12-speed 105 cassette. The version 1 of the Justo came with no cassette, and they're now supplying 3 years subscription to the My E-Training app from Elite. The version 1 had only 12 months. Now, along with those three updates, folds over everything that comes from the Justo 1, so the less than 1% margin of error from the power accuracy, auto calibration, heart rate cadence bridging, race mode or fast track, 10 Hertz reporting, a 7.2 kilogram flywheel, which is the same as the Justo, and the price comes in at $11.99 US. Onto a new product in the Elite Smart Trainer lineup, the Avanti. Now this is another announcement today with availability in August for Europe. Overseas will be September. And this is what I would consider a Generation 2 smart trainer with the feature set. Look, in summary, this is a baby Justo. Using an OTS, or optical torque sensor for power measurement with plus or minus 1% accuracy, max gradient 18%, 4 kilo flywheel, which is a little under the Diretto XR being 5.2, but a little over the Suto, which is 3.5 kilos. Comes with fast track, so 10 Hertz race mode, heart rate bridge, cadence bridge, auto calibration, odometer, and Wi-Fi built in using DirectConnect. And here's something new, a hidden compartment for adapters, including a disc brake adapter. Pricing on this, US $849 and Europe you're looking at $749. And the third product we see announced from Elite is the Square Smart Frame, which I really think should have been called the Quattro, given it has 4 corners, but they've chosen to go with the Square. Now the Square addresses the top 3 requests that people wanted to see on the Zwift ride. So this is belt driven, has adjustable crank lengths, and supports the Elite Riser gradient simulator. This smart frame comes with a standard Q factor of 150 millimeters. The virtual shifting is platform agnostic, so not locked into any specific platform, and is said to work with any trainer, not just Elite trainers. It will actually bridge the connection and do the gear adjustments. Now pricing for the frame alone comes in at 1250 euros, and that does not include the trainer. So it's a little more pricier than the Zwift ride. Availability wise, you're looking at December for Europe and the rest of the world, January 2025. Now there are a lot of questions that I have with this unit, and I'm sure you've got a few as well, but we'll have a look at this when it arrives in the Lama Lab for a full rundown in the very near future. Next up, we have Cycplus here at Eurobike with their T3 smart trainer. This trainer is on the market for sale, and it's a trainer they're happily sending out to influencers who are doing a lot of their advertising for them. Now, things are a little awkward between Cycplus and myself. They've effectively used my previous review of the T2 to build this trainer, the T3, and then sent it out to everyone else to review. Good job on that, Cycplus. I'd still like one to test in the Llama Lab at some point. A quick overview of the tech specs of the T3 makes it seem like a pretty solid performer. 2400 watt maximum, plus or minus 1% power accuracy, 27% max gradient, no calibration required, although I don't see Wi-Fi support on this list, which is a bit of a miss. One company I did catch up with here at Eurobike was TrueKinetix, who have just launched their virtual shifters for their True Trainer range. These come in at €200 with a limited initial run. I've been testing some prototypes of these, and today I've finally got my hands on the production version. My experience so far was, as I predicted, they are crazy fast to change virtual gears on the True Trainer. Oh, and they're platform independent too, so the shifters work directly to the trainer, which means it works with any software. Stay tuned for a little more on these in the near future when I get these home to the Llama Lab. On to what I would call probably the trainer of Eurobike 2024. This is the JetBlack Victory. This is the next leap forward by the makers of the Volt and the Volt 2. Now this is just a preview today. The big news is the price. But before that, a quick rundown of the specifications. It has virtual shifting for Zwift, 10 Hz race mode, Wi-Fi built in, auto calibration, USB-C connectivity, plus or minus 2% accuracy, 16% gradient, 1800 watts max, heart rate bridge, odometer. As you can see, it's quite a fully featured trainer. Now the Victory will be one of the first Zwift ready certified trainers, which means it supports the Zwift protocol and Zwift virtual shifting, which means it's compatible with the new Zwift ride frame. Now, onto that price, US $399. In Aussie dollars, you're looking at $749, in Euro $449. And that's with the COG version 2 installed and a Zwift click. Look, at $449, Zwift changed the game with the Zwift Hub, which was based on the JetBlack Volt 2. Now, the Zwift Hub was sunset and then evolved into the Kicker Core. The Victory is now JetBlack's reply on that. And with that price, if they get this right, this will be very, very interesting in the market. Now, with a full set of features and at $399, this is going to get a lot of attention. Availability in Australia in August. Some other parts of the world, you're looking at October. Now, stay tuned for the Lama lab test of this one in the very near future. Now, unfortunately, that's a wrap on the new smart trainers, smart frames, and smart bikes here at Eurobike 2024. Now, of course, Tacx have their big stand here with the Neo Smart Bike and the Neo 3M Smart Trainer, which, notably, is not available in Australia just yet, even 6 months after launch. It should be any day soon. Stay tuned for that. I'm hoping to finally get my hands on one of these soon. Oh, and of course, it wouldn't be a bicycle trade show without seeing the Omnium on the Feedback Sports stand. Okay, so that's a wrap on day one here from Eurobike 2024, and some quick coverage of those indoor trainers, those smart frames, and a few other things as well. But for the wrap up, I have a special guest. Ray, how are we doing?
It's raining.
It's raining, it's summer, what's happened?
Rainmaker brought the rain.
Okay, Ray, so just a quick wrap up of what you saw today in regards to the indoor side of things, so trainers, frames, etc. What's the news?
I think the big ticket item is probably JetBlack's $399 trainer. I mean, I think it's big ticket because one, the price is low, $399. It's basically $100 under the retail prices of other options out there. But more importantly than that, it introduced features that were on and are on $1,000 trainers.
So we've got race mode, we've got auto calibration, we have Wi-Fi, we have bridging.
Yep. And we got the new Zwift
COG
V2,
and the
right?
kick and the click that comes with.
Right.
They are. So what we're seeing, I guess, is budget level options that are feature rich. So from a consumer point of view, that's a win. Probably some of the biggest changes we've seen in trainers. I remember back in 2018, we were here at Eurobike and we were like, yeah, trainers are pretty much done. We've seen small iterations since then, but I think, yeah, the big news is that bottom end is feature rich.
And I think the key thing to nuance on the phrasing is the bottom end of the pricing, but not the bottom end of the quality or the products or the accuracy, because JetBlack has historically delivered. We haven't. I've done some initial accuracy testing on this, and it's looking good for initial stuff.
Ray's got a full video on this, so I've just got quick coverage. Ray, you've got an in-depth 8-minute or so.
Yeah, it's something. Yeah, and so I like initially accuracy looks good. Obviously, full in-depth testing from both of us down the road. But I think like there's nothing. This is not some rando company out there we haven't heard of. It is not something else. This is a solid company. It's the same company that Zwift tapped to make their own trainer,
which changed the market.
Yeah,
the $499 blew the market out. That became and I was talking to all of the companies today. There used to be Kicker versus Neo. Kicker versus Neo. That's the question we always got. Which one? Kicker versus Neo. No one's talking about the Neo because the Neo is in the stratosphere. Right, hang on, rain on the lens. There we go.
And to be clear, like, had Zwift and Wahoo not settled their lawsuits a year ago, this would be the new Zwift Hub, right? Just to be super clear about that. This was tapped to be the new Zwift Hub until they settled, and now JetBlack basically got a bit
of a raw deal.
They got kicked out of the threesome.
This is their answer to that, and I think they've answered it with, again, all of those features and that price. When I first heard the price a few months back, my answer was bullshit. Like, no, that's... Which is good, and I got that on the Zwift Ride as well. When I was told the Zwift Ride was $12.99 with the trainer, I'm like, bullshit. I like that. We're now getting to the point where there's value. We are not being...
and the thing is, too, another important point here is it's not a race to the bottom. right? These products, like talking to JetBlack about it, they designed this product for that $399 price point and all the margins they need to be in there.
They stuck to it.
And they stuck to it, right? This is, if you hear a competitor saying it's a race to the bottom, it's because they don't have the correct cost structure to make this work.
Yep.
And I mean, at the end of the day, like the proof is in the pudding of JetBlack's products over many, many years, being very, very solid and at an affordable price point. They're not spending on marketing, right? Like they didn't have a stand here, right? They're basically slumming in someone else's stand tomorrow morning for 2 hours.
Token stand if you're around, Hang on, more rain on the lens, sorry.
Yeah. But those are those cost things that make the difference, right? They're not spending $100,000 on a booth and staff and all that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
we've seen downsizing of quite a few booths. Have you noticed that?
We have. I mean,
it's very expensive. Yeah,
so probably talking about the next one, right? Elite's got some new products as well, some solid new options that
Wi-Fi built into both trainers, which is direct connect, which simplifies everything. Just works.
Yep.
Lovely.
They've got the Square, which app neutral, right? And all the things that people wanted from Swift Ride. I think you're going to talk about that in a second, so we won't ruin that, right?
Yeah, I've already talked about it. This is the outro.
Oh, this is the outro.
Yeah, we've done it.
I was not part of the briefing on this.
Neither was I. I haven't even made the video yet. This is the end I'm doing at the start of the... It's chaos here at Eurobike. It's now currently 6p. We've got no idea what time. We've been going all day, and it's day one.
2 watches, this was not telling me the time. Okay. I got Zwift notifications, people Zwifting, right? I got to clear them out to see what the time is. 6 o'clock.
For someone who wears multiple GPSs, race sense of direction is pretty bad. Anyway, we're good. I think we're Chipotle's up here. That's all that matters. I'll leave it there for today. Ray, thanks for your commentary.
Yeah, thanks for the time.
Yeah, day 2 tomorrow. Whew, let's go.
Yep.